Emperor Xuanzong of Tang once ordered the impossible, the capture of 500 beasts, a military-scale devastation that ignited a quest so audacious it would soon echo with the screams of thousands. This wasn't a hunt for sport, but a brutal, relentless pursuit with a staggering cost. 10,000 human lives lost in pursuit of these magnificent creatures, all to arm an army of 100,000 men for this deadly task. Now picture this: tigers, apex predators, the silent guardians of the wild, keeping deer and wild boar populations in check. Their removal destabilized entire ecosystems. Nature was not amused. The Bengal tiger, a marvel of evolution, can run at speeds up to 65 kilometers per hour, faster than a cheetah in short bursts, a blur of striped fury. These formidable predators once roamed across vast swathes of Asia, from the frigid Russian Far East to the humid Indonesian islands. Their hunting strategy is pure ambush, stalking prey for distances of up to 2 kilometers. Imagine the sheer terror of that slow, silent approach. A single swipe from a tiger's paw can exert over 4,500 newtons of force, like being hit by a small car, no joke. During the Tang dynasty, the mountains of central China teemed with these magnificent creatures. Their roars likely echoed for miles. An adult male tiger can weigh over 200 kilograms, heavier than a grand piano, capable of dragging prey triple its own weight. Their iconic stripes are more than camouflage. They are unique as human fingerprints, no two tigers identical. Scientists estimate a single male tiger needs territory spanning up to 100 square kilometers, a lot of real estate for one cat, even a very large one. To achieve his impossible goal, historical records suggest the emperor conscripted an astonishing 50,000 to 100,000 people, a monumental mobilization previously unseen for a mere hunt. That's like emptying a medium-sized city just to go tiger shopping. This sheer number of people, an estimated 20% of the Tang Empire's labor force, was ripped from farms and workshops. Soldiers, farmers, and laborers, often equipped with inadequate weapons against a 200-kilogram predator, were forced into tiger hunting parties. Yes, that's a real number. For every one tiger brought down, an average of 20 human lives were tragically lost. It was less a hunt, more an ecological disaster disguised as a royal decree. The logistical nightmare extended beyond just human lives. Transporting equipment, establishing camps, and moving supplies were tasks of epic, unprecedented scale. Crafting the elaborate traps and snares required hundreds of kilometers of sturdy rope, meticulously sourced from distant provinces. Imagine that much rope. It could probably wrap around the earth twice. Entire sections of the wilderness were aggressively cleared for hunting drives, disrupting local ecosystems. The forced march to remote hunting grounds often spanned an average of 500 kilometers. That's like trekking from Rome all the way to Berlin. Sickness and disease, rampant in the unsanitary camps, tragically claimed thousands more lives. Basic provisions like grain, salt, and clean water were critically scarce, frequently leading to starvation. The sheer volume of men and equipment relentlessly stripped regions of their natural resources. Consider the immense supplies. 10 Zuzone tents were needed for shelter. Enough fabric to outfit your entire hometown sports team for a decade. Despite these overwhelming numbers, tigers proved incredibly elusive. Their natural cunning often rendered the elaborate human strategies utterly useless. Few people know the horrifying ratio that emerged from this imperial endeavor. For every single tiger subdued, multiple human lives were extinguished, caught between the emperor's will and nature's fury. This wasn't a sporting event. It was a brutal, organized slaughter. Tigers, driven into vast net arrays, would leap with explosive force, tearing through woven hemp designed to contain even small cavalry units. These beasts could clear a 6-meter gap in a single bound, instantly closing distance on terrified conscripts armed only with crude spears. The initial brutal phase saw approximately 3,000 casualties from direct tiger attacks alone. That's like losing 3 entire Roman legions in a single week. Hunting parties were often dispersed within dense bamboo forests, where visibility was limited to only a few feet, making tiger ambushes inevitable, a terrifying game of hide-and-seek. General Gao Pian, the chief military strategist, reported a 40% failure rate for initial trapping attempts, leaving enraged tigers to charge. How does a creature with a brain the size of a walnut orchestrate such terror? Tigers would often feign retreat, then circle back, attacking the disorganized flanks of human encirclements with devastating intelligent precision. The psychological toll was immense. Many conscripts simply deserted, preferring the known execution for desertion over a tiger's powerful jaws. Human engineering erected bamboo barricades 5 meters high, a seemingly insurmountable obstacle. Yet, a tiger's powerful legs could clear a 3-meter barrier in a single leap. Driven by fire and noise, tigers fled into designated killing fields. Over 200 trapped villagers succumbed to smoke inhalation during these brutal drives. The hunt's relentless pace exhausted laborers. Guards often drove conscripts for 18-hour shifts, forcing them into treacherous terrain with minimal rest. "10,000 lives lost. That's more people than lived in many ancient Chinese cities, a staggering sacrifice driven not just by the danger of the hunt, but by the unyielding ambition of one man. The ultimate price for the emperor's obsession was a catastrophe that bled a nation dry. Just think about the logistical nightmare, forcing tens of thousands into service, marching them hundreds of kilometers over treacherous terrain, battling not just tigers, but a biting cold that dropped to 0 degrees Celsius. Entire villages were uprooted, their inhabitants conscripted, leaving fields untended and futures uncertain. Food meant for the workers was stolen by corrupt officials, while disease festered in crowded, unsanitary camps. Dysentery, typhus, invisible armies claiming more victims than the beasts themselves. The sheer physical toll of this imperial hunt was immense, with broken limbs and untreated wounds turning conscripts into dying men. The emperor's insatiable desire for 500 tiger pelts, a collection to adorn his palace, directly fueled this humanitarian disaster. It's a grim testament to how a single man's whim could devastate millions. The ecological cost was equally profound, altering landscapes for generations. Beyond the immediate deaths, an estimated 30% of survivors endured psychological scars that would never heal, a haunting legacy of what they called the 10,000 sacrifice. Agricultural output in the devastated regions took 50 years to recover, an agonizingly slow return to normalcy. This tragic chapter, culminating in 722 CE, offers a stark reminder of the fragility of human life when pitted against unchecked imperial power. It cost 722 CE dearly, demanding over 5 million man-days of labor and leaving an indelible mark on the land and its people. %90. That's how drastically tiger populations in the affected regions were decimated. This hunt, once a symbol of ultimate imperial power, transformed into a stark, almost absurd, reminder of ambition's perilous cost. This catastrophic event reshaped societal values in ancient China. The emperor's obsession with a brutal spectacle, which cost 10,000 lives through disease, starvation, and forced labor, became a chilling case study. His ambition, celebrated as imperial power's symbol, became a profound moral lesson. Historians still grapple with the sheer scale of this self-inflicted wound, a testament to unchecked authority. The demographic scars were deep. Entire regions faced a generational labor deficit, impacting agricultural output by 40% for years. Think about half your city's workers vanishing overnight. That's the scale of disruption. The ecosystem itself reeled. Without their apex predator, deer and boar populations exploded, ironically cultivating new pest problems for the very humans who had decimated the tigers. For 50 years, the empire's economic development essentially stalled, a staggering setback. Yet, in the face of such devastation, nature demonstrated remarkable resilience. Tiger populations began a slow, arduous recovery from the brink. This localized extinction event meant that for the South China tiger subspecies, the damage was catastrophic and long-lasting. Their numbers never fully rebounded, pushing them toward critical endangerment by the 20th century. It's estimated that 30,000 individuals, spread across vast territories, carried chronic injuries or debilitating illnesses as a direct result of the emperor's misguided pursuit. This trauma rippled through generations, distorting family structures and community bonds. Today, this historical tragedy serves as a potent cautionary tale for conservation. Modern policies champion coexistence, a stark contrast to the historical isolation and extermination efforts.